Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. Powerful running. Shrugs off another. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Break. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Five. On first down, Kirkpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kirkpatrick. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's crying. Hey, lock it. Look at me. Go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Mike 51. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Off the play fake. Kirkpatrick. This one caught by Davis. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins here to bring him down. To throw on second down. Kirkpatrick. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. The big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers? So far on this first drive.
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Go!
Off play action. Kirkpatrick going for the deep ball. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. 6-1. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, Elliott. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Come on, set. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shift. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And all the way down to the 37. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 37-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
In your face. Kill.
Back to throw. Henderson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
You.
Operating from the gun. Henderson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Come on, the ball. 51, Mike.
Hey, zoom.
Go. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Watch the out. Go, Mike, 51. Mike.
Off the play fake. Kirkpatrick. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kirkpatrick finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, box drop.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's hauled in by Dodson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big run that time by Elliott. 64 yards.
Set, ready. Set the ending. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Cheer. Hey, alert 3.
try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Watch
and he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Check, check.
Yo, 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 go, go. Get it.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Switch. Boom. 51 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. But Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, it's coming.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 52.
From the gun, Kirkpatrick. He's got his man. This is Jackson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Kirkpatrick. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Kirkpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Yes. Hey, Charlie.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You better bring it.
Off play action. Kirkpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to throw on second down. Henderson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Again, Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Watch the twist. Mike 51, Mike 51. They gonna need some therapy after this. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
51, Mike 51. In the face. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. Know your job. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey.
On 3rd down, Henderson. Looking deep for Elliott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the double.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. You go try.
On the ground, it's Wilson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now.
Looking to throw. Kirkpatrick. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing on first down, Kirkpatrick. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me.
Back to throw. Kirkpatrick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, that should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Man, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This is Elliott. And he works free. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm on. Go, Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Henderson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, fellas.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away.
Redskins take over.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Geis, they'll try to run it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. They run with Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Yeah, he don't want none. No, Mike 51.
Looking to throw. Henderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
51, Mike 51. So we got man. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Go. Check the call, check the call. Go, Mike 51, Mike. Shut up.
Back to throw. Henderson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Oh, yeah, come on. 49, check 49, check 49.
On fourth down, Henderson eluding the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Henderson looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
It's just me and you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Check safety. Hey, Mike 51. Let him know.
Looking to throw. Henderson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Delta. 51's the mic, boy. 51.
From the gun, Henderson. He's going to go up top, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Hey, man. Watch the...
Hey, Echo. Get it.
On first down, Kirkpatrick. This one complete to Calvin Harmon. And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, step.
2nd and long. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Man, move it. You got to get that. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Don't let him breathe.
Looking to throw on second down. Henderson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Cowboys on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Henderson. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. It's a party now. It's a party now. 51's the mic, boy. 51. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Whip. 22. Jet. Bomber. 22. Jet. Bomber. Check 9. Check 9.
Second and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Pick it up. Check 3.
Back to throw. Henderson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Let's go now.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22.
Now a run with Geis.
Go, 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 run, run, run.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Geis. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now.
Let's go right here.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's go. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.